The Honourable Michael Atkinson. Are you over there? Oh. It is a great honour to introduce our next speaker, who has travelled from Adelaide to be with us today.
My parliamentary colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, in a sense I was accidentally thrust into this historical controversy when I was asked as Minister for Multicultural Affairs in South Australia to unveil a plaque to the Pontian genocide on the wall of the Migration Museum in Adelaide. I was invited by friends and I did it cheerfully, knowing, having read the history and knowing that this was an entirely appropriate thing for a Minister and Member of Parliament to do. But I was quite surprised by the reaction from the Turkish government, by the Turkish embassy in Canberra. I began to receive emails of the kind that Mr Shoebridge described. And then, to my surprise, I was denounced by a fellow South Australian politician, Senator Ferguson, in an after-dinner speech in the Federal Parliament. And the argument ran along the lines, the genocide wasn't really a genocide, and secondly, if it were, it happened so long ago, and we are such good friends with the Republic of Turkey that no one should be talking about it. Well, this led to quite an interesting debate in South Australia, and it meant that what was, to the general public, an obscure controversy became a hot topic, and we took up prime time on ABC radio as the protagonists of this controversy slugged it out. And I think that was a very good thing, to bring it to the forefront of public attention, and that probably wouldn't have happened but for Senator Ferguson's speech. I think Mr Shoebridge was not quite right when he said that all members of Parliament and all parties stand with us on this question. I came to the New South Wales Parliament for the first time in the 1990s to visit my friend John Hatzistakos, and while I was waiting for him I watched from proceedings from the gallery, and I was surrounded by people who were speaking Turkish amongst themselves, and I wondered why they were there. It must have been the motion that was mentioned earlier. And a member of the New South Wales Parliament got up and flatly denied the genocide and argued that if something unpleasant did occur, we certainly shouldn't be talking about it because it would be offensive to the Turkish community and to our friends, the Republic of Turkey. Well, of course, that's not the right view to take. I think Mr Clark, when he mentioned earlier the evidence of Turkey's allies, the diplomats of Austria-Hungary and Germany at the time, is the most, some of the best evidence that it was a genocide and that it did occur as we argued. Subsequently, I formulated a parliamentary motion on the matter, and that was carried by both houses of the South Australian Parliament. And indeed, after that, I travelled to Greece and visited Agios Oros with my friend Nui, and spoke before a rally of thousands of Greek people in Hagia Sophia Square in Thessaloniki. And for me, that was, I think, the high point of my time in public life. You certainly couldn't get thousands of Australians to come out for a historical or political discussion, but you can get thousands of Greeks out, and they're very, very enthusiastic about it. And I thank you for your friendship all these past years.